Oh yeah, I thought I'd make some videos on the previous cars that I've had since I passed my test back in 2008. So this is sort of a little talk through of what the cars were, why I bought them, what I did to them, why I got rid of them, that sort of thing. Unfortunately, a lot of them, well, I say a lot, the earlier ones I don't have any footage of, mainly photos. So one thing I do remember, you may remember as well, the whole photo bucket issue where they were basically locking you out of your accounts and not making the photos accessible. So some photos may have their watermark over it. That's the reason why, really. So yeah, these videos will be like a little slideshow, mainly because you probably don't want to see my face throughout the whole video. So yeah, enjoy. My first car was a 1995 Nissan Micra K11, or the Nissan March as it's also known as. I wanted something different that my friends weren't driving, or something that you weren't really seeing too much on the road. But I didn't realise until I was sort of halfway through the project that there weren't really that much on the market for these cars. But that's the beauty of the modified car scene, that you sort of have to adapt and overcome and make it unique. This was a pretty clean car to start off with. The interior was quite questionable, but I actually fell in love with the exterior colour. So didn't really have a foolproof plan on what I wanted to do. I sort of just went along with it. The first mod from memory was a Laguna splitter. I think this was the go-to thing back in the day. Followed by a Savage universal back box that I had welded on by a local company, Fast Steady Performance. Next was some DTM style door mirrors. Luckily managed to find some base plates for the car. You can't get these anymore, so I was very lucky. Next came the bad boy bonnet and the open mouth grille. This was probably one of my favourite things I've done to the car. Again, a very 90s, early 2000s mod that a lot of people done. Cobra Clubman bucket seats on modified rails. These did look quite smart, to be fair. Next was some Super S bumpers front and back. The mesh on the open mouth grille was changed to black, and I bought some headlights that had been split and the reflected parts inside were painted black. Wraparound spoiler from an SR or Super S model. Also tinted lights and some alloy wheels, which were 15-inch wheels made by ATEC, I think. I can't remember. So yeah, not too bad for a first car. Insurance was sky high. I can't remember the exact figure, but yeah, they didn't like mods back then. Had a little accident. My fault completely. Wasn't paying attention and hit someone. The body shop did an amazing job repairing it, just in time for a car show. Took it to ISTS in Donington, which was the International Styling and Tuning Show. I had the boot lid smoothed over. This was done with a plate welded in and then skimmed with filler. Number plate lights were a bolt type with a very, very small LED. I do remember trying to connect these wires was an absolute pain in the arse, but it does look good. The wraparound spoiler ended up getting removed. I went down to Southend for a car meet, and one side wasn't attached properly and it decided to snap off. And here's a photo of said spoiler snapped. A few months after the show, the car was involved in another accident, and this time it was a 5-car pile-up. Luckily I had no major injuries, just some whiplash and a sore shoulder. I managed to salvage some parts off the car. Knowing that I loved the car so much, I knew I couldn't get rid of the parts, especially the bucket seats. So I decided to look for another Micra to build the second version of it, and that's when I found my red facelift. So yeah, I'll make a new video on that and show you the progress.